know what they do.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wow, shit. No, this is not Wild Wednesday. This is What's Next Podcast. Hey, Jonathan, I'm going to get it together. Listen, Jonathan, don't fucking judge me.
I ain't said nothing, bro.
All right, this is the What's Next Podcast. And today's topic is Before We Go. And today I got JB, we have the chocolate writer, and we got somebody.
Be safe and stay dangerous.
You go down the call.
No,
I don't know.
I was trying. I
don't know what I signed up for today.
Sharice is in the building. Hello, Sharice.
This episode about to be fun.
Hey, Sharice.
Mr. Giggle over there.
I see her in the comments every week.
Yeah,
right. Cheryl is a
my
long
little,
I like her.
my little sister that I don't really like.
No, I like her.
Nerves.
Nobody likes her.
But I ain't see her in like 20 years.
Nobody likes her. I like her.
But I ain't see it in like 20 years. So we might be cool now. You know what I mean?
God damn.
Wow. That's all I'm gonna say.
I know she headhunting for one of us in particular that keep ignoring the messages that's being put out there.
Sir.
All right, so let's talk about
you would not divulge the group chat.
Help me.
Shit, man.
Help me.
All right, so
Help
pick
me.
3 movies out of this pile.
I can't see the pile. What you want me to do?
So we got Boys in the Hood. We got Friday and Set It Off box set. That's a classic. And Blu-ray. Okay. We got Belly. We got Goodfellas. We got Casino. Scarface. It looked like that's a box set too, but I can't see what else is on there. A Bronx Tale, Paid in Full, Juice, New Jack City, and Minister Society box set. Dead President, Shotters, and Life. Let me just say, I've seen Shotters so much that I don't even need subtitles no more.
That's how I am with Bad Boys too. I can do sound effects and all that shit.
Now you said you can only pick 3 to watch. So if it's a box set, do that count as 1 or 2?
It was a box set. It should count as 1 because it's still the same thing.
That's why you my nigga. So I'm taking New Jack City Minister Society because it's a box set. I gotta take Friday Minister Society and Set It Off. Well, okay, let me take it back. Because if I can get Friday Minister Society and Set It Off in one box, I'm taking that one. I'm taking A Bronx Tale because Colagito was just a funny nigga, bro. Like, give me Life because Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, that's just classic.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3. That's my 3.
I don't know. I got to go to Friday box set.
Mm-hmm.
Casino.
Man, it's hard to pass that one up.
Man, I'm telling you.
Goodfellas too. Goodfellas is a hard one to pass up
I'm having a
too.
tough time to, trying to choose one.
He said you really are a funny guy.
This is easy.
Paid in Full, Life.
And damn, give me New Jack City shit.
But you got that's Minister. Okay, so if you pick, question. So if you pick that one, do you get to pick another one since you got Minister Society twice?
Sir, just relax, sir.
Okay. It's hard, man. These are all classics.
This
bro.
is really hard, though, man.
This is not hard at all.
What you got, Sharon?
I figured it out as soon as I looked at the list. I was like, oh, that's easy.
What you got?
It's Boys in the Hood, Goodfellas.
Let me out the card, though.
Oh, yeah, I got to always watch Boys in the Hood. Goodfellas and the New Jack City Minister Society joint. That's
a
it.
respectable list.
Yeah, man, that's it.
I
Man,
think
part of me wants to go Goodfellas, Casino, and Scarface, but I mean, shit, it's
Goodfellas. I'll give an answer for you. Casino is good too.
Casino's a classic.
Scarface is pure garbage. I don't care what y'all say.
Whoa.
Oh, okay, easy on the Scarface slander.
Yeah, I said it. It's garbage.
Now, what I will say,
it's garbage.
What I will say, I won't say Scarface is garbage, but what I will say is that is absolutely too long of a movie.
Well, not only that, it's garbage.
No, everybody overhypes it too. I mean, you know, it's a good movie, but everybody.
It ain't good. Let me tell you what you do if you want to hear. If you ever want to hear the script of Scarface, just call your friend up, tell him to drink a few beers, and then tell him to just sit on the phone with you and just say the word "fuck" 95 times in a row. That's the script. That's it.
Lord Jesus.
That's it.
I'm telling you, right?
Oh, and in between the F words, you just fire off a few shots on the rifle, on a gun or something, or pistol. That's all you got to do.
Hey, look,
so
you
just say F,
F,
boom, 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 F. That's the script. So if you could do that, then that's your Scarface experience.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, that too. Just say that a few times.
All right, so listen, right? This next one, I probably don't care about, but it's trending, so we're gonna talk about it.
Sir, why do I have to relive heartbreak, sir? Like seriously, I'm still trying to get on. I'm still trying to get over this right now.
Rihanna's having her first child, and the Brat is having her first child. So listen.
Oh, okay.
Right. See, Rihanna having her first child.
Who got the Brat pregnant?
Sir.
The Brat. I don't think the Brat is having the baby. Isn't the girlfriend having a baby?
I think it's Big Booty Judy is her name.
I'm gonna put myself on mute because I'm just stupid shit.
Who got her pregnant?
Sir, I think you know what? We're just gonna move on to the next shit.
Okay.
We're gonna be fucking jail.
I thought you're not gonna ask a question about it. You just want to put the picture up and say you making an announcement. What you doing?
No, listen. They just announced today they was having a baby. I added up here.
Who is the baby father? That's what I want to know.
Sir, she probably signed that paper and we'll never know. But it's 2022. You know, the rules ain't the same no more.
The rule is the same. You can only get. Never mind. I'm not about to go. Go ahead.
Shout out to Versus.
Now you see why I put myself on mute.
Versus, bro. This is going to be epic. This is an epic matchup.
Man.
What's your race say, Sharon?
That's North Carolina. That's Charlotte versus Philly. That's what that is.
I was ready to kick her off the show.
Why? That's where they're from.
I don't know. I just seen it coming, Sharon. I just seen you ready to say something, Sharon. I was ready. Ooh, size.
No, I'm not gonna say nothing bad.
This shit is gonna be
mid-show. It was about to go from 4 to 3, huh?
No.
Sir, I just saw her.
This is not a very no.
Hey, Sharon. Just go ahead and do what Jonathan did. Put yourself on mute, Sharon.
Okay, I will. Let me do that.
She just said it's not a good versus. It's not the best. This is probably gonna be the no, because
I didn't even say that. I just said it's not gonna be fire like epic.
Shit.
But it's gonna be good. I like
and it's on National Side Chicks Day.
Sir.
I mean,
why does it have to be National Side Chick? Why can't it be National Side Fellas?
National Side Peace Day. How about that?
Why can't it be Dick in the Freezer Day? Why can't it be Dick in the Freezer Day? Why does it have to be Side Chick?
Damn! Whoa!
And see, y'all thought I was the ignorant.
I want to answer to my question. Why
y'all thought I was the
ignorant?
We don't have females on the show. We don't have females on the show, so thank you for bringing this to the light. that we've been fucking up.
Can I just ask one question?
I gotta represent in the name of Letitia Letitia Hardison. That's what I'm doing. I'm representing her.
Can I
Yes,
can I
I got us,
can I
girl.
ask one question? Can I ask one question,
Are you asking
please?
me?
Yes, ma'am.
You go right ahead, sir.
What is? Can you elaborate on Dick in the freezer?
Just Google Chris Rock, Dick in the Freezer. That's all you got to do.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm definitely gonna do that, and I'll get back to you on
It's
that.
from his stand up
All right, I need
because we
3 minutes.
always got one.
I gotta run out front real quick, right? So, I want to get into this. So before we go ahead, so before what the fuck?
I'm about to say, what you flipping
All right,
through?
listen. So I gotta run out front real quick. I got it. 3 minutes. All right. So give me your top 5 songs from each artist.
Man, you out of your mind. You gotta Google. You gotta look up the list. I can't name all these.
Okay, so Music Soul Child,
I can
Love
tell
Don't
you,
Change.
Love is my
Um,
favorite one by him.
I was
Love,
gonna say that's my number one favorite song.
love,
Like, I feel like that song is so profound because he's literally singing to the word love.
right.
And that shit is crazy. Like when you sit back and listen to what he's saying, like, man, I love that song.
Yeah,
Um,
that's one of the greatest love songs ever penned. People don't people sleep on him. Period. And they
Facts.
sleep on that song. That song is really deep and really touching. And,
Um,
and I told my girl, one of my girls, I said, if a man come to you singing that, you need to sit up
just
and take
know,
notice. Just know
just
it
know.
means something. Yeah. They're not gonna throw that song around.
No,
Like
they're
back that
not.
thing up. They ain't gonna throw that around like back
Not like
that
back that thing.
thing.
Anthony Hamilton, I know, like, I don't know any of his songs like off the top of my head.
What? You out of
Um,
your mind.
no, hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
I'm not saying that he's trash. I'm not saying anything like that. It's just that off the top of my head, I don't know any of his songs, but if I heard them play, I'm sure that I like the songs.
Yeah.
But it's
Charlene is
only
one
a
of my
few.
favorite songs ever. So I mean,
Which one?
Charlene is one of my favorite songs ever.
Charlene. Okay.
One
Right.
of
I
my
Charlene.
know
absolute
Charlene.
favorite songs ever.
I know Charlene. I know that song.
Y'all
Everybody
know?
know.
Do y'all know? I know what love's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god,
Okay. What love is all
that
about.
song
Okay.
right there. Woo!
Now she a fan.
Woo! What you mean now? I've been a fan of Anthony Hamilton. We see him around here, these parts all the time. Remember, he lives down here.
Really?
Yep.
I forgot you in North Carolina. I'm thinking you were in Ohio. In Ohio. Never mind. Never mind. I'm
No,
off.
I'm in North Carolina,
Sharon, what part of North Carolina you in?
Durham, Durham,
When
Bull City.
next time I'm through Durham, I'm gonna call you up and we're gonna go have lunch or something like that. Sit down and talk because I'm in North Carolina usually about 5 6 times a month.
All right, that's fine. Just make sure that's all right,
It's fine.
because I'm,
I check. I'm gonna do my check in.
man.
Listen, I've been married long enough
That
to
was
do
my
my check
question.
in.
Let me tell you.
let me no. Let me tell you.
I just got a new
This is.
grandbaby. I want to be here for a while, and I don't
Let me
want to
tell you
be in
something.
jail because I'm
Let me
telling
tell
you.
you. Let me tell you
Mm.
something. This is live and recorded.
Oh, I know what it is.
I am on tape.
I know it. But there are thousands and thousands of young men out there that don't care about the tape.
That's very very true. That's
I've
part of the
seen
reason
them.
why we have some of
I've
the shit we
synced
got
them,
now.
as they say. I have synced them.
I do not want to get shot. I would love to see summer 2022. Um,
Summer 22 beyond.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like this summer about to be boring as hell because everybody who got that PPP loan about to be in jail anyway. So
Wow. So there's a million dead, huh?
no, they
Wow.
about to a million dead where?
Oh, nothing. I was getting a news thing. All
Oh,
right. So you list your five of each? I got
That's what I was saying. Like, I don't know everybody. I don't know a whole bunch of their songs off the top of my head, but like I said, if I hear them, I know 'em. Like Charlene, I know Charlene. I actually really like that song too. But Love, nothing tops Love. Anthony Hamilton has nothing for Love.
man.
Yeah, that is music's like new.
Well, okay. Let me say this. If you're looking for a love song that truly expresses love, or that you want to play at a wedding or sing at a wedding, or I'm doing something special for my girl and I want to really tell her how I feel, then yeah, you're right.
Mm.
Love can't be beat. But if you're just looking technically at the musical production of the song, oh yeah, I can find some songs that top love, but
Right,
you're not gonna,
absolutely, because
you know what I'm saying? It depends on what you're talking about.
Anthony Hamilton is more of a musician, where I feel like Music Soul Child is more of a composer. Do that make sense? Like, it's the difference between a band and somebody who stands up there with a microphone and sings.
Shit. Yo. Whew.
I gotta think about that.
Hello.
Also, Anthony Hamilton ain't got nothing for Don't Change.
I don't know about that one now.
What Anthony Hamilton got for Don't Change? Help me out.
Yeah, let me think on that one. I
Please do.
like Don't Change now, but
All right. Let's get back to the show, I guess, right? I'm sorry. These people supposed to come get this car. They want to wait until 7:05 to come and get the car.
do you have your list, sir? That's what I want to know.
What, top five?
Yes.
Oh no, I just did it on top of my head. I can give you 5 songs real quick, shorty. I do this R&B shit, shorty. I'll tell you some real shit real quick.
What's your top five of each one,
He
then,
got this
bro?
song called "My Wife." Anthony Hamilton got this song called "My Wife." Hold on, let me make sure that's right. "My Wife," Anthony Hamilton, CHONYHAM.
Sir,
That
I'm gonna need
song
you to
"Pray for Me." I don't really like "Pray for Me." I didn't like that song that much.
Sir, you need me to do what?
catch your breath and tuck your teeth in, sir.
Charlene, her heart is what it's called. I'm sorry, not my wife. Her heart. And I'm glad we on
Charlene
this
is
song
okay.
because I was going through some shit in my relationship, and this song, just like woke me up. You know what I mean? And I'm glad we're talking about this, right? Because let's get into our next topic of before we go. So I was talking to my homeboy, and him and his lady was going through some things, and I was telling him it's easy as shit to walk away, right?
Man,
When
man,
you're
the
dealing with some
easiest
shit,
thing to do is to walk
it's
away.
just open the door and be like, all right, cool, you do you, short, and go ahead about your business. But Jonathan, as you know, working with the public, it's a joy and satisfaction you get if you stick some shit out and you work through some shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, don't lose yourself trying to hold on to something that's not there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some shit we can work through,
Ooh,
and some shit we can't.
true.
Some shit we gotta let go. Like Sharon being a Steelers fan, she gotta let that shit go. You know what I mean? It's like, no, Sharon, you cool. But no, but like
Never
some,
that.
no,
Never that.
real shit. Like some shit we can work through, and some shit we can't. And I just wanted to talk about it because me and him had a whole conversation, and I don't know if I got through to him. Sometimes I don't know if I say the right things. I'm not the best person to talk to people all the time. So I was hoping that you guys could help me help him if that's okay with y'all. So
No, that's fine because, well, all right. So look, so my opinion, right? So my wife and I, we had a conversation a few weeks ago, and one of the things that I told her was, like, if it's that bad, you can leave. Like, we can dissolve this shit. And she asked me, like, why is that okay? And that made me cry. like legit made me cry because she don't understand. Like for me, it's not okay. That's not okay at all to just walk out and be done with it. But the thing about it is, shit, fuck it. If if it ain't working, it ain't working. But at the same time, you got to make sure that before you make that decision of it ain't working, make sure that you've done everything, and I do mean everything in your power to make it work.
You just hit the nail on the head right there. As a
But it
person that's
takes
been through
two to
divorce, I can
tango.
tell you
No,
that
sir. No,
most
sir.
people.
No,
Yes,
sir.
yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
It
Hear
takes
me
two to
out.
tango.
Hear me out. Hear me out. The thing about it is, did you do everything that you could do? It don't matter what the other person is doing. I
Hmm.
don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what my wife does. I don't give a fuck what she doing. As long as I'm doing everything that I can do, then I can make my decision based on that.
You can sleep
You have to worry about
comfortably at night.
yourself.
Yep.
Exactly. You have to worry about yourself. Even in a marriage, you have to worry about yourself. Because my thing is, if I'm doing everything that I can do and it still ain't working, then obviously it's not me.
But again, that's in your head. What if you're doing everything except what she wants you to do?
There's
Well,
an obvious break in communication. Y'all can't talk to each other, and that's a
then I'm
big
not.
that's a big
I'm glad,
problem.
Jonathan. Jonathan, we brought that up. So let's go through some of the things that we must go through this shit because sometimes I seen this shit right here, and this is just one up to us. Do women ever sit back and think, my man sure does know a lot? Maybe I should just be quiet and listen to him.
Okay, switching off the ignorant side of shit. It should never be about my man sure does know a lot. It should always be a situation where let me sit down and listen and let me hear what he has to say because I think we all talked about this where us as men have a hard time opening up and we wonder why because we get ridiculed for it. They use it against us. And that's a big part of the reason why we don't open up, why we have this hard exterior, why we don't want to talk, and why things do fall apart because we get ridiculed for it, and things just spiral out of control from there. So it should be a matter of if he's listening to me, I should be able to reciprocate and listen to him at the same time, not necessarily, oh well, he sure does know a lot. Let me sit down and listen to him.
Damn, boy, the counselor in the fucking building. Hey, yo, we gonna be in trouble
I've
today,
been
yo.
through divorce. I've been through divorce, dog. So I mean,
Oh, you got experience with this, sir?
yes.
Sir, I should have asked my homeboy to be on the show.
You sure should have.
Damn, yo.
Because my whole thing is, like I said, if I'm doing everything that I can do, and I understand what you're saying, like you doing everything that you can do except what she wants you to do, then that means you're not doing everything that you can do.
There you go.
If
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Do y'all want to hear my point of view or not? Do y'all
yes,
want
sir.
to hear it?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
mean,
Share.
jump in at any time, Sharon.
No. See,
You
I
have
try
the
not to
floor.
be. I don't try to. I try not to be rude. That's
It
why
ain't about being rude. We're
I don't
talking.
want to just cut nobody off. So
You have the floor, Sharon.
okay. So listen, I understand what the young man was saying about you can't worry about what the other person's doing as long as you're doing everything that you can do. But here's what I'm going to also say. Sometimes you don't know what all you can do. You know why? Because the other person is not showing them they're showing you their authentic self. They're not
That
telling
too.
you everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's what BJ was touching on a little bit. If the other part, that's why he said it takes two. The reason, what I mean is, if you're sitting up here giving all and doing everything that you think is right for the relationship, when on the other hand, the other person really doesn't like some of the things you do, but never tells you, and rather than tell you, they just go get it fulfilled somewhere else,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
then how is this going to work? So you got to be careful saying as long as you focus on what you can do. If the other person does not meet you at least halfway on this, you can still have issues. That I think that's what BJ was alluding to. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But in my opinion, it is a certain degree of you have to give it your all, whether they do
Hmm.
it or not. It's like the golden rule back when you were a kid. Your mom and daddy should have taught you. They taught me. You don't do wrong because somebody else does wrong. You just make sure that you do right.
Do
You do
unto
the right
others.
thing, right? That's what you're supposed to do. But it doesn't always work that way with other folk. And just because you are doing right doesn't mean the other person's going to do right by you. It's just not a guarantee. So you have to be careful and keep that
Hmm.
in mind. You just have to keep that in mind.
But
So with
isn't
that
that like hoping
communication,
for the best and expecting the worst though?
No, I didn't say expect. I said keep it in mind that it's not always going to go that way. What I'm saying is it's nothing is automatic. Just because you do right doesn't mean or guarantee that the other person is going to do right by you. You can't, so you don't do the right thing because you expect to do them to do right by you. You do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Period.
Right, right.
Regardless of what that other person is doing.
Hmm.
And
So
that's what I was, and
that's
that
what
was
you
the
were
point that I was
saying,
making.
right?
Yeah, that's
And
the point I was
that's
making.
where I'm going. I'm so I've got a little bit of you and a little bit of the other two because it's more complex than that. It's not black and white.
yes.
Oh, it's definitely complex. Absolutely.
It's not black and white, man. Because I mean, what's the problem with your friends in there? Well, I mean, what's their problem? What's the problem? Why
I can't, I can't,
is
I
he
can't.
trying? I don't mean I don't want to know the name of the. No, I don't want to know
Yeah,
all that.
but um, I don't know. So let's go through the some more scenarios, I guess, right? Because the real interesting. Um, Goodbye. Fucking
That's my
hop in
little
this shit.
pumpkin.
The fuck,
My little pumpkin.
Jonathan, you see this shit? Fuck. um. All right. So, 10 things you should know before going through a divorce. The grass ain't green on the other side.
Yep.
Just because you walk away, don't mean that shit gonna be better.
Nope. It's the
Um.
80-20 rule, I feel like.
And it's all, but that also applies if you're just in a relationship and not married too. It's not
Yep.
only if you're married
Right.
people out there. I just
Absolutely.
want to say that to the audience. This
Absolutely.
doesn't mean just for married people.
To the people all the way in the back.
Hmm.
All the way.
Um.
But I feel like, something I seen on Why Did I Get Married is the 80-20 rule. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Like in any relationship, you're only gonna get 80% of what you need. You're only gonna get that 80%, but it's when that 20% come in and it's heavy as fuck.
Yo, listen. It all depends on what. No, it don't depends on shit. Because sometimes that 20% hits you like a fucking freight train, like a sledgehammer. That
Boy,
motherfucker be like, man, listen, yo, fuck this shit, man. But you got to be mature enough to be like, all right, let me just stop for a second. What the fuck is really going on? Or how can I
hmm,
make this shit work? Or like,
right.
so for example, we used to have communication issues. I used to talk, but I used to talk like, yo, I mean, what the fuck is going on? But when you know better, you do better. So now I'll be like, hey, what's up? What's
Right.
wrong?
Because you learn how to talk to her as opposed to at her.
Hmm.
Come
Hmm.
on.
That part, sir.
And there's a distinct difference between the two. If you're talking to somebody, they're more likely to respond to you, and the outcome is more solution oriented. Whereas as opposed to if you're talking at her, no, you just create more conflict. Trust me, I've learned that the hard way more than once. I've learned it.
Me
I
too.
learned.
Me
Listen,
too. I'm very like BJ. Like I'm like you. I'm very abrasive. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why I'm so abrasive, but what I had to learn is you have to know your audience. And in order to know your audience, you have to do the homework that is necessary in order to communicate with the person that you are
shout out to
trying to relay, that you're trying to relay your message to,
Mhm.
because you can relate, like all three of us, I can tell all three of y'all the same story, but if I'm not relaying it to you in a way that you understand specifically, then all three of y'all will have a complete different understanding of the
Right.
story that I'm telling.
And if I don't understand, then I become an idiot and shit. You know what I mean?
I mean,
'Cause I don't
shit,
Right,
it don't
understand.
take much.
right, then you a dumbass
Hey,
because
hey,
I fucked
Jonathan,
up.
Jonathan, do it again. Do it fucking again.
I'm done. I'm done. I promise.
Um, but communication is big. Like communication is big, and it's not always what you say. Is sometimes it's how you say it,
It's always how you say it.
and sometimes it's when you say it.
Hmm.
Agree with
Timing
Like
is
that, sir.
very important.
me and Sharon. I'm gonna just take Sharon because she here. Me and Sharon going through something, and I'm thinking about breaking up with Sharon. She just get laid off from her job, come in the house, and I break up with her. All that shit go down the fucking hill. I just
Yep.
leave. She had a bad day at work. Come home, I don't feel like it. I don't talk to her. I don't say, hey, how was your day? None of that shit. I got an attitude, so it's fuck her and all her goddamn issues. I hate when she just bob her head
Because
like
you already know she ain't going for it.
that.
You already know she ain't going
I mean,
for
but
it.
it's a lot of things that just go into everything. Communication is a wide range.
Paramount.
Communication,
But
shit.
but just
I
because you
forgot
know
to
how
pay
to
the rent,
communicate,
and I ain't even tell you I forgot to pay the rent. Now this late notice come 2 weeks later and shit, and I'm like, damn.
or even worse, you know what me and my wife had an issue with early on? I would pay a bill and I don't tell her I paid that bill, and she go behind me and pay it again.
Oh no, she don't double check first. She don't see what the balance
But
is.
it don't matter. It's the
No,
communication. It's the
no.
communication. It's the communication, because why check the balance when you understand that the bill ain't been paid?
Right.
Sir. No, no, we gotta check the balance first, big.
No, ain't no balance checking when you already understand that it's not paid.
Right. Exactly.
Sharon, would you agree?
Kind of.
Kinda.
What's your
Okay. Can you
what's
elaborate?
your take, Miss Moan?
Okay, well, okay. What
She got she
exactly are
got she
you
got
asking
backtrack
me?
now.
What are you? Well, I just got to make sure I'm understanding. What exactly are you asking me if I agree with?
The communication. What is the point? Okay, so basically the point is, why do I have to double check something if the communication already is, like, for instance, like I was saying, the example I gave when me and my wife used to double pay bills because I didn't communicate to her that I paid the bill. And instead of checking the balance, she just gets on there and pays the bill.
Well, then that means there's a lack of communication. That's what I would say.
I'm glad you agree.
If the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing, then there's a breakdown in communication right there.
Look the
Then we
same
agree.
as
There needs to be a communication and some type of understanding of who's paying what. There has to be a
There you go.
division of labor and division of roles, division of everything. There has to be, when there's two people involved, you can never assume. You
so
don't make the
I got the big
assumption
I
that
got the
he
big
did not
bills and you
pay,
got the little bills.
right, or whatever. You pick which ones they are. For instance, I know a couple. Um, everybody has their roles.
Hmm.
He's terrible with money. He doesn't pay anything. She
Oh
pays
shit.
everything,
Oh
right?
shit.
But let me tell you what she makes him understand. She has a book that has every bill, what's paid, owed, interest rate, all that stuff. And
Oh
they sit
damn.
down and go over it every quarter. So if something happens to her, he's not left, oh Lord, what's my wife handled everything, and vice versa. So because I get that call all the time. My wife handled everything. I don't even know
I
what
see
to do.
that. I see that shit so many times a month. You
No,
have
It's
no
see,
idea.
I don't
it's
believe in
ridiculous.
giving
You
one
should
person all
never
the
be in a
power. Like,
position where
no,
you don't know
hell
what's
no.
going on, even
That
if
part.
you don't handle it. You got to know what's going on.
Now, if
And
we
you
go
know
to the
what?
doctor's office and they be like, "You got the insurance cards?" I'm like, "No, I ain't got that shit. My wife got all that shit because I already lost that shit." That's a little different in my eyes.
There's never
I
a time that you don't have an insurance card if you take a picture of the front and back and have it in your phone.
If you look at my
I
phone, it'll take. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
I was just gonna say, like, I am very guilty of, I just pay for it, and I don't really know what's going on because I don't have. I feel like a lot of times I don't have time to worry about it. Like, all I need to know is how much was it, and is it paid. Don't
Mhm.
get me wrong, like, I know how to go pay it myself, but because of the job that I have, a lot of times I don't get around to it. So therefore, I don't worry about it. All I need to know is when is it due, how much is it, I'll give you the money for it, is it paid?
All right,
and
so
and
let's talk
and
about
and
social
that
media.
works for you, but I will tell you, in the long run, that's a dangerous thing to do.
It is, and I agree. I agree
But if
because
it works for
No,
you
that
that's called
now,
no. That's
my wife
trust.
definitely does not like that. My wife definitely does not like the fact that I don't take a,
Hands-on approach.
yes, I'm not
well, no, it's
involved. I'm not
see,
involved.
and see, for me, it's not that I don't need you to be involved every day, every week in all of it. But there has to be a time set up, which is why I said, like the example with the other couple, they get
Every
together
quarter.
every quarter. And they did it from the beginning. They've been married 8 years now, and they did it from the beginning. So now it's really, it's like a well-oiled machine because yes, he's aware that he's got two insurance policies or four insurance policies, and he has five credit
Boy,
cards, and the bills are this. He knows all that.
hey,
He
hold on.
knows it, even though he doesn't know it the day to day. But once a quarter, he
Hmm.
knows I'm gonna make time. And if you're a truck driver or whatever, you got to be off the road this day at this time. Boom. That no matter what else is going on, you got to be there.
That's really good
And
advice. That's
I'm
really good
serious. That's what
advice.
that's what they do. And I'm telling you, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, BJ, and I'm gonna stop. As an insurance professional, when your spouse dies and you have no idea what you've been paying for, not only is it annoying to us because we're looking at the phone like, why the hell have you been paying for something and you don't even know what it is? How does
Hmm.
that even work? I don't understand that. But not only that, there comes a time when you have to make decisions about that stuff. You can't go back 10, 15, 20 years to get all that knowledge in a day to make a decision, a sound decision based on sound information at that time. You can't
Hmm.
do it. It's next to impossible. So it's a good idea once, like I said, once a quarter for busy people because they're busy. I mean, hell, he's a doctor and she's a legal assistant. She's not an attorney. She's paralegal. She's a
Parallel. Okay.
paralegal. I mean, she's busy. They are. He is too. But they get down once a quarter. So
That's
that's
good.
just
That's
my
really good
suggestion.
advice.
That's just my
Shout
suggestion.
out to my guy David in the comment section. All right, so let's talk about social media and relationships. People that stuck on social media like all day, every day. Like,
Immature.
can is that something you can deal with? Is that something
No.
that you got to have a conversation about?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you like this, and this is just my. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sharon. Your turn to go first. Go ahead. I'll go last this time.
It's okay. It's all right. I like it. I enjoy hearing your takes. Give me something to think
No,
about.
no, like real shit. Like the way I look at shit like that. Like I honestly don't give a fuck if my wife is on social media all fucking day long. Like if that's what she like to do, that's what she like to do. What the fuck I give a fuck for? But I'm gonna tell you what I don't like about social media. People who are on social media a lot. Not saying my wife does this, and I thank God that she doesn't. I don't like people who let social media run their life.
And of
Well,
course, he runs their goddamn life.
such such and such said on such and such page that such and such did this. Like, don't nobody give a fuck but the people on social media. Like, that shit is stupid. I hate that shit. And it's people
Well,
that do that all the time. Or I seen you commented on such and such
Oh,
page, and
see, now I
and
can't
you
deal with
like
that.
you liked her picture. You didn't like my picture, but you liked her picture. Like that kind of shit. Like that shit is stupid. Like
Yeah,
don't tell me no shit like that. Like,
yeah,
please.
yeah. For me, I can't stand it. I if and he said that if his wife wanted to be on social media all day, he didn't care. But I'm telling you right now, I care. I don't want a man that's on social media all day. First of all,
Mhm.
you're a man, so that would already cause me to question something about you right there.
And what is it that you would
Right?
question?
I don't know. Something ain't right. Men don't be on social media all the time. They shouldn't be. That's just not in their whatever their DNA. I'll say it that way. What's up, BJ?
So do y'all check y'all screen time in the beginning of the week to see how long y'all been on your phones and shit?
Yeah, well, it
I
pops up.
Get that
It pops
notification.
up automatically on mine, and then
Yeah,
many times I'll get a message saying your screen time is down from last week by 17%. I'm like,
yeah,
good,
yeah. Some
good,
shit like
good.
so.
I don't.
I'm on social media at Sam Sports. Like I gotta know what's going on, and notifications come to my phone. Well, most of them just come to my phone, so I just look at it.
Right.
Um, I was ready to say a lot, Carlos. I was ready to say I don't be on there looking for ass and shit, but when you start scrolling and you see one picture, hey, look at her. Oh, hey, look at this one, and then you gotta cut that shit off because if you keep scrolling, you're gonna keep coming and coming and coming because of that little what they call it, that algorithm.
Algorithm.
Ain't that what they call it, Jonathan? That shit. It don't be me.
Algorithm.
I don't be
Mhm.
looking for it. It just keep coming to my phone. You know what I mean? Um,
It's
so
calling you, calling you.
I be on there
You
for
gotta
for
answer.
what they call business purposes. For the most part, you know what I mean. Like I run 7 groups on Facebook. Now they self sufficient. Now I don't have to stand there and do bang 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 bang. You know we got the shows twice a week. Um, I'm not on social media all day long. You know what I mean? Like, but I do check it periodically. I think my screen time might be like 10 hours a week or something like that, or,
My
or eight
screen
hours a week.
time my screen time is extremely high. Only reason no,
Oh
really. Only
yeah,
reason why my screen time is extremely high is because I watch YouTube, movies, and TV shows all day while I'm driving.
sir,
Um,
sir. You mean like when you pull over on the side of the road, or when you at one of your stops?
right,
Right,
exactly.
right.
Um, but like now, like as soon as we get off the show, am I gonna check my Facebook? Absolutely. But all day long, no, no, like no, I can't do that shit. That shit really, really gets on my fucking nerves to be on Facebook, soaking up all that energy. Like Facebook, Instagram. I don't even be on Instagram like that. I be on Twitter and Facebook mostly.
Damn, let me go see
And
what Ti doing. Oh shit, look at
facts.
Cookie Smiley. Damn,
You
look
know
what
what I'm
she
saying?
doing.
All right, that's
Damn,
enough.
look, they just
You know what I'm
broke
saying?
up.
Like that's enough. Let me repost this. That's enough. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? And I put it down. I'm done. Fuck that. I ain't got time for that shit, man.
Jonathan.
Sir. Nah, social media is the devil inside of a relationship, man, because there's a lot of attention seeking behavior that goes on with social media. I can attest to this because I mean, hell, about 10, 12 years ago on Facebook, I was posting some wild shit. And it's like, now that I'm older, I'm closer to 40. I look at myself and I'm like, what the hell was I thinking putting this shit on Facebook? And you complain about, oh, well, everybody in my business, you don't know me, this, that, and the third. Well, you
That
putting it
part.
out there for everybody to know. So, I mean, that's everybody in your business. So, like David just said, keep your personal business off of social media. If you put your personal business on social media, that's called attention seeking behavior. You're looking for somebody to just
Exactly.
be in your corner and egg you the fuck on. And you wonder what causes rifts and divides in your marriages and your relationships is because you're putting all your business out there instead of keeping it in house and working it out. And you wonder why you end up in divorce.
I admit, I post a whole lot on Facebook, right? But when you look at my Facebook, all you see is a bunch of reposts about a bunch of funny ass shit. Like I seen a post one
Sir,
time that said
some of that shit don't be
that
funny, sir.
no,
Sir,
all that shit funny. All that shit funny. Fuck y'all, all that shit funny. Oh. no Ti slander will be tolerated, right?
Sir.
But no, you
For me, I'm different. I use it more for business, like BJ, and to connect to my friends that are like out of state, because I have a lot of friends out of state that don't live here where I live. So I stay connected with them through social media. But to be on social media and putting all your business on social media, and to be there so long, like in the graphic, they're sitting at the table looking at social
Yep.
media. They're hugging each other, looking at social media behind their backs. I mean, come on.
Hmm.
If that's going on, I don't have any tolerance for that. But then the kind of guy I would be with wouldn't be a person to have that kind of behavior anyway.
I absolutely agree
He
with
has
that.
too much other
Like
things going on. He doesn't have time.
Hmm.
that's absolutely agreeable because it's like,
Mhm.
especially in a relationship, like there has to be time set aside where you guys don't have your phone in your fucking
Right.
hand.
This phone follow me. I take this phone with me everywhere I go in my house, right? Well, the reason why is because I don't want to miss a phone call from my sister or my son, somebody in my family about something important.
Hmm.
That's why I take it with me everywhere I go in the house. But it's not so I don't miss a Facebook notification. I don't care
Hmm.
about that. And there are
You
days that
never
I don't
know, Sharon, when
I
your
can go
ex,
I can go the whole day without looking at social media.
Sharon, you never know when your ex is going to slide in your DMs and just
Listen.
ask you
I
how you
don't
doing.
care.
Try to
So,
get one of them old school sneaky links
hey,
popping.
Okay,
listen,
you
listen.
forgot. You forgot, BJ. I'm friends with all my exes. They don't have to slide in my DMs, but they also know that ain't no happiness between us ever again. That's why we can be friends.
Wait.
Might be
You
the
say
80
ain't
20
no?
rule.
Did you say ain't no happenings or ain't no happenings?
No happiness.
No
Yes,
happening.
no happiness. You heard what I said. You heard me the first time I
She
said it.
saying
All
shit
right,
happens.
Jonathan,
Mm-mm.
if you can, Jonathan, can you explain what a mental disconnect is?
A mental disconnect.
Yes.
Just what it sounds like. It's where you guys are like missing each other. It's like one person is kind of putting it out there. Hey, this is what I want. This is what I'm talking about. Whatever it is, and you're just totally missing it. That's a total disconnect, and it happens more often than we all think. I can think to my last relationship where it's like, she was throwing certain cues out there, and I was oblivious to shit, and it wasn't until like way after the fact it's like, oh shit, that's what the fuck she was talking. Oops. And it's like, what wonder, and I wonder why after the fact, stuff was going, sideways and every which way but the way I wanted to go. But that's rough. That's roughly what it is. I mean, we could go, dissect it even further, but that's the basic definition, or my my basic definition, I guess you could say.
Jonathan, I don't know if I told you this before. I'm glad we are friends, sir. I'm glad we're friends,
Sir,
sir.
sir, I genuinely appreciate you too. I really do appreciate our friendship, sir.
See, because that was
Yeah.
I ain't
that
gonna.
was a, that
I,
was an awesome definition. I would have never said no shit like that. I would have been like, it's when y'all just not vibing.
well, that's that Baltimore
Well,
City
that's what it is too.
school system.
To me, a mental disconnect also is it is not vibing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you for an example. I like to speak in examples a lot. My son's father and I, when we were together, a lot of the times we could move without speaking
Mm,
and be on the same page.
ain't that
The
beautiful?
same page. Don't have to say a word. But then afterwards, like now, we like this. We just it's
There's a
just
mental
not the
disconnect.
same. Yeah,
Mhm.
because we don't have that synergy like we used to.
Yep.
Yeah,
We were together.
my wife
with
and I are the same exact way. We can have a whole
Mhm.
conversation in public with just our eyes.
with our eyes, didn't have to say a word. That's a large reason why so a lot of the times we used to be together in a room and not speaking, but we are having a hell of a good time and nobody understands that.
Mm-hmm.
So
And when
y'all
you
like
get,
got some
and
like alien
I'm like
powers.
that. I'm like that with my sister. My sister and I can speak without talking, and we can be in the same house. She could be doing her thing, and I'm doing my thing, but we are actually spending time together, not doing it together, because we have this language and this connection mentally. It is like a vibe or
Mm-hmm.
energy that connects, and you are literally walking in step.
You know, I
And
heard this
when it's
story.
out, when it's disjointed and it's out of line, you can feel it, like that picture on that
Yep.
graphic. It's like somebody has literally took a chunk out of your brain or put a mask over half of your face. It's a weird feeling when it's out of line.
I heard a story once about a husband and wife. How the husband can be in one room all damn day. The wife will be in another room all damn day. And neither one of them ever go check on each other.
Yeah, that couldn't happen in my house.
For what?
We wouldn't
So,
last long. That's for
No,
sure.
not at all. Not at
No,
all.
I'm in the other room and I haven't said anything to you, and you haven't come checked on me once.
What?
Mm-hmm. That's
Okay,
that disconnect
so
right
now I'm
there.
questioning what you doing in that room.
What are you
Yep.
doing?
What you doing?
There was that disconnect right
so I'll
there.
be on the
What I'm
I'll
saying,
be on the Xbox for like on some weekends. Like if we ain't got shit to do, we be on the Xbox for like 8, 10
bruh,
hours and
bruh,
shit.
Hey,
you
Now
better take you.
I do get up
Nah,
and
no,
I go to
time
the
out.
house and all that shit.
If you gonna be playing a video game 8 hours and you can't come check on me,
I
no.
didn't say I didn't go and check on her.
I'm
my
just
wife,
saying. I'm
I
just
no, like,
always
saying.
get up.
it's funny. It's funny because, like, the reason why I said that is because my wife and like, I'll be in the basement and she'll come downstairs and just stand at the steps and look at me, nod her head, and go on back upstairs. And then every once in a while, I do the same exact thing. Like, I'll go upstairs, she'll be in the room reading a book or something like that. I'll look at her, nod my head, and walk away. Like, it's just the fact that, hey, I'm thinking about you.
Yep,
Right.
and checking
You
on
guys
you.
have that basic understanding of each other,
Right.
right?
And checking on you, making sure that you didn't fall and bump your head and you out up there.
No, see me,
Mm-hmm.
Anything can
I go do dumb
happen.
shit.
Anything can
I
happen.
go in the room and I like take a phone and run or some shit like that. Like I go in there and check on the kids. Like Brielle be sitting there watching TV. I flip over and take off and dip, go in there and like take her water and just run. Like I do stupid shit. I don't go in there and just like nice and like, hey, just wanted to check on y'all. No, I'm an asshole. I'm gonna go do some stupid shit.
Facts.
All the kids downstairs. I walk. I try to time it up. I line them up. I bang all of them and dip
Turn it back on. Yeah, hit that middle button, the PS button.
all of them.
Yeah, it's just reprocessing because I turned it off the wrong way.
And this motherfucker said he ain't supposed to have nobody. You know what? It's not my business. All right, we already talked about the money shit, right? We already talked about how money can get you fucked up.
Dog.
Uh,
Skip that part. 'Cause I think that's already assumed.
Hit that button again.
That's already assumed. Like,
What's that
so
supposed to represent? That
And
money
hit X.
money make you break up?
money
Hit
will have
X.
blowing yourself in the head.
money will
Oh my
blow up a
God, Vanguard got
relationship.
a download
All right,
update
so
again. Hit
work
the
wife,
PS
work
button
husband.
again.
All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and cut him off because I don't know who he talking to. All right, so work wife, work husband,
What about it?
huh?
What about it?
Is it okay? I mean, if you don't know, is it okay? If you know, is it okay? I mean, same fucking difference, but
I'm gonna
I
put it
mean,
like this.
having
What?
other friends at work and
I'm gonna
see.
put it like this.
She said, "What?"
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead,
I was gonna.
Dangerous. That's what I'm gonna call you. Go ahead, Dangerous.
I'm gonna put it like this, right? Because, and I can only speak on my relationship. I can't speak on anybody else's relationship but mine. And my thing is, my wife is so trill that any nigga that quote unquote thinks that he's close to her, the closer you think you are to her, the further away that you really are. So anybody that she's cool with, I don't give a fuck. I don't, because I'm not gonna say I'm not a jealous guy. It's just the fact that I know who my wife is, and I know who I am, and she knows who I am. So, in a sense, I'm comfortable. I don't give a fuck. But at the same time, as my wife, you're not about to be walking around talking about some other nigga is your other husband.
Boom.
What the fuck you think this is? This ain't no polygamy shit. I can't have no work wife. The fuck?
My man. My man. Yo. Okay, story time, right? So
Oh shit. Jonathan got story time?
last relationship I was in, right? She had a work event at Dave and Buster's. So we're at Dave and Buster's, we're all hanging out, shooting shit, drinking, all that other shit. There's this one dude that she introduced me to as her work husband. So already I've got my eye on this dude already. So I'm sitting by the bar drinking a beer. I've got my eye on everything. And he's just like, kind of, grabbing her, hand all over her and, rubbing her back and all sorts of stuff. I said, strike one, motherfucker. So, again, I'm giving you the go about my day. And it's like, he's just getting more and more comfortable with this whole shit.
Hold on. Wait, you were standing there?
No, I was there. I'm like, I'm gonna watch, see how far this goes, how far she's gonna let this go. So I'm standing there. I'm just watch. I'm not gonna jump the gun. I'm just gonna see where it goes. Well, he's getting more and more comfortable, and she's just letting him do it. Well, let me tell you something. This dude almost caught this beer bottle smooth ass upside his head, and the only thing that saved him was the fact that my cousin called me at the very moment I got up. And I'm like, this dude has no idea his life just got saved by my cousin. Needless to say, I finished my conversation with him. I walk over to her and I have a nice little conversation with her. I said, dude's got one more time. And I do mean one more time to say, do whatever. And he's going to find the bottle upside his head, and I'm going to turn this whole place out right now. Jonathan, you won't. I said, I'm just crazy enough to pull some stupid shit. You know I am. Try me. She went back and told dude actually left. I'm not the one. I quit school because of recess, and I do not play well with others. I do not share.
Quit school because of recess? You say you quit school because of recess?
I quit school because of recess. I don't play well with others.
Oh.
Sir, I'm not that one you want to try. I will. Dog, I'm not that one.
Aren't you the counselor, sir? Aren't you supposed to be helping other people?
Sir, I might be that, but I have a hat outside of here. Let me tell you, I'm not the one you want to try.
Oh, so we gotta switch y'all two names today.
No, because you keep muting me.
Sir, I didn't mute you, sir. I muted you one time. You unmuted yourself and muted yourself again.
Listen. Let me tell you something. You only got one time to put your motherfucking hand on my motherfucking wife. You only got. That's the only. The first time is the last time.
Hey.
Because I'm gonna take shit too far every single fucking time. Do not touch my fucking wife. Don't fucking raise your voice. Don't step on nothing she dropped, nigga.
Time the fuck out. Wait a minute.
Man.
I don't give a fuck.
She dropped.
Nigga, don't touch a napkin.
Bar fight, yo.
Do not touch a snotty napkin she threw in the trash, my nigga. Like, this is how real it is I am about my wife. Like, it's been plenty of times where she had to tell me, like, a nigga at her job was talking crazy to her, and I pull up. What's up? And she like, no.
All 18 wheels?
No, this was back when I lived in Dallas, when I was an IT tech. So I had on my slacks and my square toes pulling up with smoke. Hey, listen, like, it's whatever. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to take it too far. Like, Jonathan, I applaud you because you are a way better person than I am, way more patient. I am not patient. I don't give a fuck. Listen, let me tell you something, right? I'm sorry, and I'm going too far. I'm going too long. But I'm going to just say this and I'm going to leave it alone.
Way off the topic, sir.
No, because for the simple fact, I don't give a fuck what kind of leeway my wife gives you. Motherfucker, if she ain't told you I'm retarded, she doing you a disservice.
This is my man right here, yo. This is my dude right here. Carlos, I don't give a fuck what nobody say about you, dog. You are my man. I will defend you to the end, yo.
Oh,
You are
wait,
my
hold
guy.
on. Time out. So when you be at work and you see that girl and you be like, "Hey, how you doing?" and she like, "What? My boyfriend retarded." So you the guy they be talking about?
I don't give a fuck. I don't. I'm gonna take
Yo,
it too far. I'm gonna jump the gun, and it's gonna be too quick. And they're gonna be like, "But he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing to your wife, nigga. You don't protect your wife like I protect mine." But the thing about my wife, which is crazy, is that my wife can protect her damn self. All 5 feet of her can protect her damn self, but she ain't got to because she my wife.
there you go.
So when it comes to a work husband, that nigga better know I'm retarded, and I'll burn the whole fucking building down
Tell
about
him.
my motherfucking real wife.
Tell him. Tell him.
Y'all ready for me yet?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think
I'm
we just
sorry.
go ahead and change topics now. After all that shit, we might as well just.
Hey,
So y'all watch Pokemon? Y'all watch Pokemon?
Pokemon. What the hell? I'm out. No, Pokemon.
I'm just
I ain't.
saying, sir.
I'm not on here to be talking about
Just,
no
just fucking
Pokemon.
relax,
Oh, shit.
Carlos. Relax.
No,
Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
I have to admit, I'm kind of in his corner with that. I don't understand, nor do I agree with the term work wife and work husband anyway. So when I hear it, I immediately roll my eyes because that's just some bullshit to me.
Facts.
My husband is my husband, or my man is my man, whether I'm at work, at church, in the grocery store, in the car, at the basketball game. I don't give a damn where I am. Status don't change. So I don't have room in my life for a second one at work. What the hell is that all about?
You don't have room, so you be at work and just boom, you got coffee on your desk, coffee and a donut and shit. Hey,
Hey,
Let
have
me
a
let
good
me
day,
let me
sir.
tell you what I would do. If this guy started doing this for me every day, we'd have to have a conversation. If I have somebody, if I'm in a relationship, that mess is not happening at work with me. That's how serious I am about mine.
See?
Now, because see, it's too easy. Plus, in this day and age, everything is on an elevated level now. People too easy to get stuff mixed up and want to say some shit is some sexual harassment stuff. Let me tell you something. If somebody ever accused me of that at my job, I would be so mad. I would just be angry for anybody to ever think that about me because I don't fuck with people at my job like that. I'm not touching on you. You are not touching me. No, you're not going into the potluck and fixing my plate. You're not bringing me no coffee. None
Yo.
of that bull crap. That's not happening.
No, go ahead, have a seat. I'll make your plate for you. I got you.
Oh, hell no. At work?
I'm gonna poison the shit out of it too.
No. I don't even indulge in that mess at work like that. No,
let
no,
me tell you something.
no.
My wife, she
Not gonna
funny
do
as
it.
shit. It was a post back in the day that was on Facebook about if you had a barbecue and another broad make your man plate, what's gonna happen?
Oh, I
Oh
remember
She
that
said,
part.
shit!
I remember that
It's gonna
shit.
be some
my wife,
furniture
Yeah,
moving up in that.
boy, look.
It's gonna be some
my
furniture moving up in that
Listen.
bitch.
my
Let
wife, my
somebody
wife
make my
retarded.
man's plate.
You know what she said? She said three things. She said, number one, there is no reason why another woman should have been able to even make my plate before she made it. That's number one. This is her words. Number two, she gonna slap it the fuck out her hand like, bitch, what are you doing? And number three, she better have brought two of them, or she definitely getting the plate slapped out and she get knocked upside the head.
Party over.
Right?
I
Ain't
ain't
no more
gonna hit
party.
her. I ain't gonna hit her, but the plate gonna get slapped.
No, this is gonna be smoking the city.
Nah, because see, she ain't worth me going to jail. I'm not
Nigga,
going to
you raised
jail,
her.
and I'm not going to hell for
Sir,
nobody. You
you
understand
are
me?
live.
No
I
jail, no
apologize.
hell for me.
My wife's
Not
uncle
going.
is literally sitting right here. That's who I've been talking to. And he talking about he don't want to be around me and my wife. And I'm trying to explain to him he the one that helped raise her. He the reason she the way she is.
Look, let somebody
Well,
well, I'll just say this. People who know me and know me well know not to mess with my man. That's all I'm gonna say about that. They know that across generations. How about
Oh,
that?
hey, see shit. See, there you go. She
Mhm.
generations deep in
She said.
gangster.
Mhm.
Don't
She
do
Across
it.
said.
generations.
She said everybody 8 to 80 know not to mess with her
Damn
man.
right. They know. No, because it's happened. It has happened. It has happened. Bitches rolling up trying to say that they own something or they somebody belong to them. Oh no. They get told at the door. You're not crossing the threshold.
Bottom step.
Tell her about the gun line, boss.
Sir.
We ain't got no guns
Sir.
on here. Campaign.
Sir. So, focus. Let's not talk about the gun
Oh
If you
Lord,
so
and
much
this
as
see this
stick
this
your
subject right
Johnson
here.
across the
Oh
gun
my
line. All
line.
right.
God.
So,
I could talk all day about this right here.
when we get
Kids,
into the heated
Mm.
moment, we forget about the kids. They see and hear every fucking thing.
every fucking
They
thing.
could be 4 houses down. I promise you, they fucking know. So, if you are going to go that route, how do you have a conversation with the kids about that? How do you tell the kids that mom
Let
and
me tell you
dad
something.
just ain't vibing right now?
Me,
Let me tell you
myself,
something.
personally, let me
Go ahead,
preface what I'm
Johnson.
about to say this and say this. I did not get married to get divorced. Okay. I don't come from a family of divorces. When I got
Press X.
married, I told myself I would do everything it took to make my marriage work. It
Oh,
just
press X. My bad.
stopped working at the end of the day.
There you
Anyway,
go.
I was fortunate enough that my ex-wife and I split when my daughter was really, really young. So one, there was nothing to explain. Two, the fact that she doesn't really know what we were like together. She's always known either mom or dad, all depending on the day, holiday, whatever it is. She's never really known the both of us together, so we never got the well, mom and dad. Why aren't you guys together? Why don't you guys do this? Why don't you guys do that? We don't get that because she's never really known that. Um, but it's tough because I see it every day, in what I go through. There's a lot of anger issues, a lot of resentment in children, and it goes towards both parents. And I've seen a shit ton of venom that kids have for their parents, for divorces and things like that, because a lot of stuff can be talked out, but it's not being it's not being talked about, which goes back to that lack of communication and that mental disconnect that we talked about. Um, it affects your kids more than you think it does. Your kid might tell you, "Oh, I'm okay, I'm fine," and the reality is they're not. And you find out as they get older because they start to show certain things. They start to become more aggressive. They start mess around in school, making all the wrong choices socially and everything else in between time, and their lives really begin to spiral. And we wonder why. And you can kind of go back to divorce and things like that. And then, of course, they get the most venom when mom or dad decides they want to move on with somebody else. And oh well, I'm not calling you mom, I'm not calling you dad, and then that just goes into a whole different situation that we could talk for another hour about. But it affects your kids more than you know. Trust me.
Yep.
The key word, and I'm not gonna add nothing to what you said because you said everything very perfectly. I just want to point out the key word that you put out there was communication.
Hmm.
But there's only one word I want to add to that word communication, and it's effective communication.
You right, bro.
Because you have to communicate. Children understand more than we want to give them credit for.
Absolutely,
And the
absolutely.
younger the younger you communicate and teach, the better adults they become. They don't end up like me. They
Like
end up
No,
like who?
better than me.
Oh,
Me.
oh shit.
I couldn't agree with you more, bro.
So, I'm a type person that I don't know. I can't say that.
You
So
got 18
you
kids,
have
so
to if it's that at time like Jonathan said, his his child was young when it happened, so it wasn't a whole lot of explanation. So I guess up until a certain age, you have to explain, hey, we're not vibing right now. We still love each other, blah blah blah. We'll always be there for you, but we're gonna do this, that, and the third. Um, if your child is like 13 or something like that, like you got to go into more detail. But how much detail do you go into? You know what I mean? Like,
You
because as a
you
child that
tell
old,
them
they
you tell
they
them the
see
truth.
shit.
You
But again,
tell
but
them the
you can't.
truth.
The kids don't need to know every fucking thing,
Yes, they do.
sir. No.
Yes, they do. You know
So
why? You
I
know why?
I need to
Because
go.
they are in your household.
I found mommy in the bed with another man.
They
No,
was
they
No,
don't need
fucking.
to know that. They don't need to know
they
that.
don't need to know that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not that younger age. Mm-mm. So it depends on the age of the child. That's one thing. And I'm telling you from I know it seems like that's wrong, but please hear me when I say this. They don't need to hear it from you. It's bad enough if they hear it out on the street, but they definitely don't need to hear it from you. Because you got to remember from a child's perspective, that's their mother or their father. No matter what you say they did to you, that's their mother or father. And you ought not be the one to deliver the information that will give them a negative, any type of negative opinion or thought about that
Mm.
other parent. I'm trust me when I say this because I've lived this life,
Hey, Sharice, watch that shit.
and let me tell you, one of the things that I am most proud of with my son is that my son is 28. He just had his own son yesterday.
Gang,
He
gang.
can look at anybody and tell them my mother has never said one negative word to me about my father in my life. And let me tell you, if you don't think that that's a big deal, that's a
It's a
huge
huge
deal,
deal.
especially when your parents aren't together. And I'm telling you, it's something I tear up when we talk about it, when he and I talk, and we'll be in situations with other people and they'll say something. And I'll give him a look and he'll say, my mama ain't never said nothing bad about my every opinion that he has about his father earned it. So anything negative he thought about his father is because of what his father did. Anything negative he thought about me is because I did it. And
Okay, so
that's
what do
how it
you
should
tell?
be.
So what do you tell them?
I told
Because
him,
I'm not disagreeing.
let me
Like I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying because I
mhm.
understand what you're saying. Like you don't want to be the one to badmouth the other person.
Right, even
But
if it's
what do you
true.
tell them? But what do you tell them?
What I told him when he was inquiring, he was feeling that he was the reason. That's what children do. Everything becomes their fault. Everything. It doesn't matter what you say or do, what they hear. And I'm like, no, your father loves you with everything he's got. Things just did not work out between me and your father. He loves me and I love him, but we are not good together. And we discovered that it did not work. Therefore, we're not together anymore. And that's how I put it. And yeah, and
So
his father and I broke up and got back together on more than one occasion. So
so at
every
what
time it
age?
happened, that's what I explained.
So what age do you divulge what it is that happened?
You don't. Let me tell you what you do. Let me tell you what I've done. I'll just tell you what I've done.
Mhm.
I've never told him the details of what happened. Anything that he has found out about what he did to me or whatever, he got from him. I didn't tell him. Not gonna tell him.
Mm.
But when he found out some things, it gave him a whole different perspective of me. And he came and told me, Mom, I'm sorry. Man, I owe you big time. I never knew you were that strong to get through that. And you raised me by yourself through all that. Now he understands. But I didn't have to tell him all that. It
Mm-hmm.
didn't come from me. See, that's the thing. And people do not understand why that matters. It matters. And I mean, everybody's situation is different. So yes, your the situation might be different than mine. I'm just saying the joy I feel when he can say that. I've never
That
been one of them chicks that downgraded his father to him because I understood as a same sex parent to my son, that's the one that has the most influence in his life. And if I'm standing there telling him your dad ain't shit, he gonna think that means he shouldn't be shit. He's gonna follow right in his footsteps, or he's gonna think, okay, how can I? What He's it's not gonna have the opposite effect like some people think. You gotta you just gotta you can't be 100%. I understand what you're saying, Miss Robert, but you cannot be 100% transparent with them. No, if it's a mental illness, okay, but I don't think that's what we're talking about here, though.
Right.
Mental illness is a whole different conversation. We're just talking about you dealing with a dog, either a male dog or a female dog. You dealing with one, and you don't want to badmouth that parent. You don't want to tell all their dirt. You don't want to do
that
that. You
is
don't want to be the one. That's
that
all.
is that is a great perspective.
That's all I'm saying. He can come
And
tell
that's
you right. If he was here, I could bring him to the camera and say, "Tell him," and he tell you. He ain't never heard me say nothing, and I got some shit I can say about his dad. All true. He's a great man, great friend. But I can tell you some stories.
So
that is a great perspective. And like for me and my situation that I got going on, that is definitely something to think about. And I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm just saying.
me and my son mother broke up on bad terms, like bad terms. I never once like bashed her. I did say, well, everybody think about what your fucking mother want.
Tough.
I might have said some shit like that.
Lord have mercy.
Um,
Can't say
but
that
no,
to
I
him.
didn't.
Don't do that. Don't do
Yeah. But I didn't never go and say like, no, because your mother did this and your mother did that, and I mean, it was times when she's supposed to come and get him and didn't show up, and I got to sit there and look at his face. And I explained, well, maybe she got busy, or maybe she had to work late or some shit like that, knowing I'm lying to him and shit. But um, sometimes you got to save face. It ain't for me because I'm cool with it. After a while, he stop asking. Just stop asking. So I mean, after a while, he stopped asking. So once he got, I guess, accustomed and equipped to him being left behind, I mean, shit.
You gotta let your kids form their own opinions.
Yeah,
You know,
That's what I'm talking about.
what do you gain by bad mouthing, the other parent at the end of the day? What do you gain from it?
that
Because,
part.
short term, yeah, they're probably gonna love you. Long term, they're gonna hate the hell out of you. They're gonna resent you.
He said, I'm just saying my mom raised me and my brothers, and it's the same thing. I have nothing bad to say about my dad and the issues my brother had with their dad because of their dad.
Because of their dad. See, yep, that's what I'm talking about, Miss
Right.
Robertson. That's exactly what I'm talking about. But we all know people like this. Your
Oh
dad
yeah.
ain't shit. Your dad ain't never been shit. He ain't gonna be shit. That's why he don't show up. That's why you be sitting here and he don't ever come. And he say he ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
The words are so important. That child might not ever say a word about what you said, but it sits right
It's
here every day. I'm telling you, my son just told me yesterday, Mom, all the little lessons and the things you taught me, you think I wasn't listening or I wasn't, I didn't remember or think about them. He said, they're all right here, Mom. They're all right here. And I'm looking at
See,
my son
see, a
and they're
lot of that
all right
stuff,
here.
a lot of it
Hmm.
don't click until you get into that situation. Because I know a lot of stuff
Oh
my mother
yeah.
told me that I really wasn't paying attention to, and then you get,
Facts.
dang, wait a minute, oh shit, they
Yep.
warned me about this bullshit.
Yep. That
And it
light bulb
the
goes off.
recollection is right there. You can hear your parents'
Hmm.
voice saying it.
Both both of my parents are deceased, and I swear to God, I hear their voice loud as a bitch. As soon as some shit
Me
happen,
too.
like I hear my daddy be like, "Don't be no dummy." hey, 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 he used to look at me with a straight face. With a straight face. Hey, Don't be a dumbass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the same thing my mother would say, but she just would say, "Don't do wrong because other people do wrong." She ain't say, "Don't be a dumbass." That just wasn't her way, you know.
but that's the difference between moms and dads. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
My dad, he
my
definitely
father the same way. He didn't talk like that. He just like,
my
nah,
dad
you
was
got to do the
my
right
dad for
thing.
sure believed in tough love. Like
Hmm.
you better find the love in me beating your ass because it's all from a perspective of love.
Yeah, my dad never whooped me. He let
Mm.
mom do it.
Oh shit! I got my ass
Now
whipped.
y'all don't. Okay, wait a minute. Y'all don't understand who my mother is. My mother was raised on a farm, and her arms were cut. Like my mother was a strong ass woman. You don't believe me? Look at the picture I posted of her on my Facebook page, and she had Michelle Obama arms before it was popular.
Mm.
But that's just how she was cut.
Not
And my
Michelle
father,
Obama
my father
arms.
always told us that he would come home, and if she's giving one of us a whooping or something, he would just feel sorry for us because he know we getting our behinds handled, and he didn't have to. He didn't even have to do it. She took enough of our butts. There was nothing left. That's what he. That was the running joke in our family. There was no ass left for him to get. So, no, he never did.
All right. So another situation that some people deal with and some people don't. Relationships becoming a competition. I
Yeah.
buy a car,
What the hell
you
was
gotta
that?
buy a car.
Yep.
We go out. Oh shit, we can go out too.
What? What you
That's
mean?
that's that social media shit.
That's I was
That's that
exactly,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
exactly.
You mean with each other?
Like what? So your so-called homegirl, you go
Uh-huh.
buy a car, then you like, damn, she just bought a car too. You go get your nails done. Damn, what the fuck? She leave out the same fucking spot, and you don't understand it. But it's people. It's listening. It's people out here that
that's that
do
social
that shit.
media shit. That's that
Yep.
social media shit.
Just like you get the ones who always post about, oh, I'm so happy. My man does this, my woman does this, my man this, my woman that. Who are you trying to convince? Me or you? Who are you really trying to convince? If
Your
you happy
damn
in your
self, because I
relationship, you
don't give a
shouldn't have
fuck.
to,
But you know that
be.
that stuff been going on long before social media.
But no. But it's been exacerbated even more so now in the past
That's
10 years or
true.
so because everybody's trying to compete with each other for what reason?
Yeah, I ain't competing with
I don't
nobody.
know, but I tell you, in this
I
household
ain't
right
trying to
here, we
compete.
living within our means. I can
There
tell you
you
that shit
go.
right now.
Like I see it. There's one person I follow right now. She is forever. She's bipolar as shit. I swear to God. I'm sorry, Lord. But anyway, she will ever be on some. Oh, I love my man. I'm so in love. Ooh, he do this. Ooh, he do that. And then 2 months later, I hate men and that and all this other stuff. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. It wasn't but too long ago you was talking about, oh, you so in love, you this, that, and the third, and now you turn around and you hate him, but you cycle back around and I want to be in love. Oh, I think I found me a real one this time, and here we go again. Like,
You mean
yo,
to tell
put
me
your
she
business
puts
on
all that on
Facebook,
social media? She puts that
Thank you.
all on social
all
media?
on social media.
Listen, I got this goddamn.
That's
I got
just
a
sick
girl
to
on my
me. Go
page
get a
talking about something.
counselor. Nobody want to
How
hear
About
many
all
to
that.
watch a
relation?
movie.
Hey, hold on,
Movie just went
hold on.
off.
JB, how many
Yo,
relationships you done watched her go in and out of?
yo, bro, I lost count. I lost count. Dog.
Hey,
I need your hands, Sharon's hands, and BJ's hands, dog. 'Cause I swear on everything.
Sir.
I swear I done watched. I don't know how many man's kids grow up with their mama dealing with a whole bunch of different niggas.
Mm.
No, not
They
me.
Mm.
be posting pictures. They be posting pictures on date night. Oh, I love Bay. Bay always do so good for me. And then next thing you know, she posts some cryptic ass shit like
Yup.
she'll
Thinking,
post some shit
thinking, I think I
and be
understand.
like, where all the real niggas at? Where all what all the single men who don't cheat on their girlfriend doing right now? Some goofy shit like that. Like, bitch, ain't you in a relationship?
I
Like,
was.
give yourself a chance to heal. Goddamn.
again, attention-seeking behavior at its finest. I want somebody to tell me, oh yeah, girl, you should do this and do that. It's like you looking for somebody to egg you on right now. Go heal, go talk to somebody, go do something by your damn self. Appreciate being by yourself because you're probably part of the problem, but we ain't gonna get into that.
I want to give some advice as well, right?
Oh shit.
No, this is real shit. All ignorant shit aside. No, all ignorant shit
Sir,
aside,
I
like
just seen
legit.
it in your eyes, sir. As soon as you said, I want to give y'all some advice. I said,
Oh
oh
shit!
shit.
Not
Get
y'all,
back
but
up on my
like
bed, girl.
everybody. Watch who you take advice from.
Mm.
Watch whose shoulder you cry on.
Mm-hmm.
A motherfucker will be in your face, egging you on to straight to your demise.
Ain't lying.
As a married man, it is very, very few and far in between when I take advice from a single person. A single person cannot tell me about married issues
They shouldn't be able to.
unless Sharon, don't shut your fucking mouth. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Just give me a second. A single person cannot give me advice on marriage unless they have been in a marriage for 10 plus years and it is still going or it has failed. Your turn. Go ahead, Sharon.
I was
Neither.
trying to get you too. I was
Go
shit.
ahead.
I ain't never been married. Mm-mm.
You ain't never been married.
No,
Why
Nope.
not?
man, we ain't got long enough to talk about all that. Just
Top five,
know,
top five, real quick.
no,
Top
just
five,
know
Top five.
I have
top
not been
five,
married. But let me tell
top
you what
five.
I have had. I have had some awesome, very loving. I mean, I've had some great loves in my life though
But why
that
haven't
I
you
wouldn't
married?
that I wouldn't trade for anything, and I would put my relationships over some of these marriages that I'm in right now.
Would you marry?
And
Do you believe in
when we
marriage?
broke up, it was like I went through a divorce. And I know a lot of married people, they hate to hear single people say that because they think we just don't know and all that stuff. But I'm telling you, I
Do you
went
believe
through
in
it.
marriage?
Do I believe in marriage? Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. But you've never been married.
Nope. Nope.
Has anybody not been good enough to be married to?
I've been engaged 4 times, if that answers your question.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
ready to say something, but I was like, no, that's not that moment, Brian. Let's let that
No,
shit
it's
go.
not the best moment. No, it's not the best moment. Keep that to yourself, sir.
Yeah.
Um, so what do you think is the number one reason why those engagements didn't make it to holy matrimony?
Because they were not the one. They're really not the one that's for me. They weren't made for me. I wasn't made for them.
Do you want to get married?
You said want to.
Oh shit.
No, because I
Oh,
could
shit.
say, do you need to get married? And the obvious question is no, you don't need to get married. Nobody
Well,
needs to get
I
married.
don't need to.
So right, exactly.
But
But do you want
but
to?
I wouldn't decline it if if he brings me the man that's for me, I believe he will let me know this is the man for you. And if they ask me, I will marry him if that's the one for me. I'm not opposed to it at all.
Okay.
Am I sitting around looking for it? Like, am I sitting like this, waiting? No, that's not me.
He processing.
Oh, but I also, let me say this too. If I never get married, I'm not
Mhm.
going to feel like, like something's wrong with me or I'm missing out on something or whatever. Like I said, I have had some great loves in my life. Oh my.
in a marriage, is there anything that you're not willing to do that is an absolute no?
She said
Yeah,
change her
well,
name.
of course. I mean, there's things that all of us are not willing to do in a marriage.
Like one of the things we talked about off the air, and I said, wait until we get on air. Do you want to talk about that?
What was it?
About changing
I
your
went in
name?
for this one, so yeah.
Oh, the changing the name thing. No, we ain't got to talk about that.
Okay.
But
All
I'm
right.
just saying, if it's a deal breaker for him, then he's not the one for me. Because remember what I said. I said when he, as in God, brings
Sky
the one
Daddy.
that's for me, I will know it, and he will let me know it. I truly believe that. So I'm
Well,
single.
That was
I'm
very
single, but
reasonable.
I'm never lonely. Just know that.
no, hey, listen, I've never thought that you were. You're a very
Oh no, no, no.
charismatic
I know you
person.
didn't. I know you didn't think that, but I'm just
You're a
saying.
very charismatic person. Anybody will be lucky
Mhm.
to have you in their company.
That is true.
As long as it ain't the Ravens game, though.
Right.
Man, why you gotta make everything about that bucket ass team? Don't nobody care about the
Whoa.
Ravens. Ain't
Whoa.
nobody paying no attention to the Ravens.
I'm I'm about
Shit.
to hit it with that Vince McMahon.
Whatever.
So cheating in a relationship.
Deal breaker.
Can you come back
No.
from it?
Nope. Not me. Mm-mm.
Man, it's possible, but it all depends on the degree that you went to. One, two, it all depends on how much of a repeat offender you are. If we're talking single isolated incident, yes. But if we're talking repeat offender, ain't no way, because you've now shown a habit and a propensity. There's no way you can come back from that. But that's just my opinion.
I am one to feel like if
Just
we supposed to be together forever, and I'm talking about 60 plus years, I feel like I would be doing myself a disservice to feel like there aren't going to be moments in time in 60 fucking years that something may happen.
Mm-hmm.
But again,
sorry.
again, again, I I pay attention to my wife, but at the same time, I'm not hung up on what my wife do. What she do don't make nor does it break me. She got to
I
do.
don't
She got
understand.
to deal with. Basically, she got to deal with whatever she do that I don't know about, and vice versa.
So out of sight, out of mind.
Hey, listen,
Hit
I
it
don't
with
want to
that.
know.
What's that?
I don't.
What's that? Mario Wine? That Mario
I don't
Winans.
want to know.
I don't
I
want.
don't.
Oh
I
shit.
don't want to know. Like I feel like
No.
in a
No.
relationship, I feel like in a relationship, you need privacy still.
Yeah,
There,
but I mean, that's different. Needing privacy and somebody cheating is two different things. Come on.
hey, listen. If you decide to
Shit.
cheat with your privacy, then you got to deal with that, not me.
Well,
So can I?
that's a true statement. But guess what? If they decide to cheat with their privacy, guess who gonna let it come to my attention? God gonna
Sky
bring it
Daddy,
to me. He gonna
Sky
bring it
Daddy,
to
going.
me. I ain't gotta
God
go
damn.
Sky,
looking for it. See, I
hey,
don't chase. I don't chase ghosts. I don't go looking
hey,
for it.
hey, Sky Daddy
If
said,
he
"Let there
cheat,
be light," and he seen light was
let me
good.
tell you, if he cheating, he gonna bring it out. I'm just saying, it's always revealed to me. Whatever
So
he wants me that he thinks I need to know, it gets revealed.
one day we had a
Period.
conversation, and in my eyes, flirting is a normal part of life. It's
Shit.
different levels of flirting, but
Sharon says,
flirting is a
"Shit."
normal part of life. Um,
Mm-mm.
so one day we had a conversation, and
Wish a
Um,
motherfucker would.
we were talking about going somewhere or doing some shit. I was like, I don't give a fuck if you. I don't give a fuck if you have other guy friends. I don't care a fuck about that. And you were like, yo, so you don't care if I go to the movies? I don't care. We are adults. You know you married. You know what I mean? Like I'm not about to stand over top of you and shit. I'm not saying go out there and just be free and shit. But
Be an adult.
sir, I'm
Everybody
being
got to know where the line is, though, BJ.
Right. There you go.
there is a line, and you are an adult. You know
The
you
line
married.
was
If
at
you
the
go out
motherfucking
here,
altar.
huh?
The line
No,
was
what
at the
I'm
altar.
saying is everybody got to know where the line is you don't cross with those opposite sex friends.
Tell about the gun line, boss.
Cause see,
So
I'm not gonna ever tell my man that he can't have female friends. But I know one
Okay.
thing he ain't gonna do. He ain't gonna get up out of my bed at 1 o'clock to go running over to her house because she thinks she got somebody trying to get in her house. He ain't going over there.
nobody said no
He
shit
better
like
call the police or something.
that.
And he ain't taking her to no movie. He ain't going to no movie with some other chick. That's too intimate. You're not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you're not going to the movies with her. No, you're not.
I'm not saying it was like an open invitation. I was just using that as a general
I
thing.
know, and I'm
But at the
piggybacking
same
off the
time,
example.
so
Sharon said you will be a friend in thought only.
No, no, no. They can communicate. I don't have any problem with that. But what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna have this female friend and I never meet her. You're not
Right.
gonna do that either.
That's
She's
your
not gonna
friend, not
call
his
my
friend.
house and I answer the phone and she said, "Can I speak to dude?" Bitch better get some manners.
hey,
That's not happening.
time out, time out.
That's not happening. See, there's a way that you deal with opposite sex friends. There's a way you're supposed to deal
she
with it.
said, she said, "Hey, is your husband at the house? Let me talk to."
Shit, man, I wish a chick would. Mm-mm.
Hey, let a nigga call my house and ask for my wife. I'm gonna give her the phone. Tell him to pull up.
Oh yeah, I'll give her the phone. I'm just saying, no, that's not happening. Any
She
man I'm
said,
with, though,
I
they
agree
already
with
know that.
BJ, but
So
my husband is
I'm not
super
worried about it.
nice. He tries to be super helpful. I learned to learn. It's just his nature. But that way, from a female, it sounds like a lot of flirting. One thing I can't stand.
You can't stand
So,
seeing your husband flirt and kiki with nobody else.
so let me tell you this, right, Carlos, mute your fucking mic.
This way.
Um, my wife had an issue before. Every job, I just became friends with people, male, female, didn't matter. I'm not out here trying to do no crazy shit. I just like to have people talk to sometimes. You know what I mean? Ain't no off the way, but it was an issue for her. Again, I know I'm married. I ain't out here doing no bullshit.
But what?
That was it.
Okay, so okay. When you say you like to talk to other people, talk how?
We be at
How are you
FedEx. We gotta, we
how are
gotta, we
you
gotta, we
talking?
gotta. We so at FedEx, we gotta load the truck. We in that bitch for 2 hours, just walking around waiting for them to unload the truck because we gotta be there by a certain time. We gotta be there by 8. We don't get out of the building until 10. So
Right?
we walking around. Out when I was
Mhm.
down at the cafe, down at Baja Fresh, like we working together all motherfucking day long.
Okay.
But it's some people became cool. You know what I mean? Like me and Sharon, we do shows together. That's it. There's other days that me and Sharon sit there and talk. Hey, what's up? How you doing? You know, you seen such and such and such and such, and we talk about some shit that ain't got shit to do with the fucking show.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah, but we talking on Messenger. You're not
Same
sneaking in you're
difference.
not wait. You're not sneaking out to your car in the
Oh
driveway,
no, anybody doing that? It's
pulling
cold
out your
outside.
cell phone,
No, I
and
ain't doing no.
calling
I ain't doing
me
no extra work.
at 11:15 at night while
No,
she in the
no, no,
house.
no.
See,
I
that's
ain't.
what
No,
this
I ain't
is
doing no
what I'm
extra.
getting at. It depends on how you're talking to these people.
Yeah, I ain't doing no extra work.
There's rules to this stuff.
I'm lazy. I ain't doing
I'm
no
not.
extra
I'm
work.
not. That's what
Sound
I'm
like
saying. I am not one of those chicks that say that he can't have any female friends, but you better know how to deal with them. And you cannot let them disrespect me because I'm big on respect. I'm gonna respect you.
Disrespect my
You let
wife,
a
we gonna
bitch
jump her.
disrespect me for a hot second, I'm lit. And you don't lit Sharon, you don't want to see me like that. It's
Oh
not pretty.
shit!
Hey, okay. This is
It's not.
okay. So
That's
I
why I
already
don't
know
like to
where
get
Sharon
angry.
stands on
I
this.
don't like to
Huh?
get mad.
Oh,
So
I'm
BJ and
sorry.
JB, right?
Can we delete the last 5 minutes?
You
Because
already
Sir,
I just got
okay. So Brandon and
we need to
Jonathan,
talk.
right? Brandon,
Okay.
you're
I'm sorry, sir.
currently
Go ahead.
married.
Huh?
Yes,
First off, you need to apologize. If she feels some kind of way, you need to apologize.
sir.
Oh.
She gone again. Listen,
Okay,
just
great.
keep going, sir. Because
Okay,
if
so
I get shot,
it needs to be on air.
You are not gonna get
All
shot,
right.
please.
So you are currently married, and baby, let's say your baby mama, your ex-wife, right? I'm sorry, 'cause you ain't your baby mama, it's your ex-wife.
You need to sit
They
up or
getting
something
jumped.
because
no.
your connection and going
Oh,
out.
so yeah,
Something.
your connection is bad, bro.
Your connection getting bad. Sit up or something. Do something. Sit different. Anyway, BJ,
he's gone.
You niggas shit.
what about? I mean, do you understand what I'm saying though?
100%. I
Well,
understand.
I'm talking to both of you. I'm like,
Oh,
there's a way to do this. It's not that
Right.
you cannot have female friends, but there's a way to do it, and it has to be respectful to your wife. Period. And the way I feel about it is, if you've got friends of the opposite sex, your wife needs to know who they are. That's
Yeah, no,
it.
absolutely.
Meet them one time, something. It's so much easier to do now with all this technology, all this Zoom and FaceTime and House Party and all these apps and stuff
come
where you
on.
can actually see the person and talk. That
What the
is
fuck?
so easy
Wait,
now.
what's house party?
It's an app. You can download it on your phone.
So they be doing stuff in there
I
too?
use it with I have an iPhone.
Can
And
y'all hear me?
Yes.
people who don't have iPhone, I tell them to call me in house party so we could do it, you know, like we can see each other when we talk.
FaceTime.
Ah, okay.
I just said they don't
I'm
have an iPhone, they can't use FaceTime. Crazy. Did you hear me?
Is that do they have the girls on there that be trying to sell you stuff?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh. Yeah, you might not have to deal with the kind of things that we have to deal with as men.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's an app. House party is an app. It works just like it works just like
Listen, them girls be in every single app known to
just
man.
listen. It
Now
works
now
like
they send messages on Xbox telling us I'm coming to check out my chat.
Group Me, Glide. It's the same type of thing, but you can actually see each other. It's called House Party. You never heard of House Party? It's this app.
I might have. I don't know.
See this little red thing right here? It's that's it.
Oh.
House Party. It's got a little hand. I guess that's that party up hand. Hey.
Oh shit.
And when you go in there, I can call somebody and or I can send them a message and say, "Hey, meet me in house party," and they'll dial into house party and come into my room, and I can close it off and keep it private, or I can allow other people in, and we talking just like you do on Zoom,
All right. So we are
and it's
way
free.
past our time, Jonathan. So before we get out of here, can we give some closing remarks? One thing to think about before you, if you are going down this road of divorce or you processing it, can we just get one more thing to think
Talk this
about?
shit over. There is very little inside of a relationship or in life in general that cannot be cleared up. That cannot be cleared up by just talking about the shit. Be open. If you're not happy, say you're not happy. What can we do to work on this? There's no point in hiding shit. There's no point in masking it or trying to suppress it as though you are happy. If you're not happy, say you're not happy. Work on it. And at the end of the day, make sure that you give it your best effort. Don't give it a half-ass effort. Say, oh well, I tried. Because everybody does that shit. We see a lot of higher divorce rates and things like that now because people half-ass try, and you'll wonder why they end up with the short end of the stick most of the time. Well, you gave up on that person, so I mean, you kind of get what you give. But talk about shit. Communication is key. Talk about stuff. If you're not happy, say you're not happy. Work on it. Give it a diligent effort.
So I want to say, write it down. Write your pros. Write the things you can deal with. Write the things you can't deal with, and weigh your options. Everybody is not good at communication, so start writing shit down. Use the next 7 days. Start writing this shit down. And if it's too much for you, you look at your list and be like, "Hey, that's a lot of shit I can't deal with." I mean, you got to make the next move your best move.
Facts.
Miss Chocolate Writer,
Yes, sir.
any closing remarks you want to add?
Well, my closing remarks is that
Oh, wait. I stole this from your show. Your closing remarks.
oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because Wayne normally did it. You see the Sharon effect coming in, Jonathan? The Sharon
Hey,
effect.
you know how I do. But
Oh, shit. Never mind.
here, so, all I just say, you know how I do. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Ah, he gives me so much grief. But anyway, that's the Steeler effect, really. But anyway,
That's it.
There she go.
that's what I'm saying. That's a Steeler effect. He gives me grief because I'm a Steelers fan. That's
Turn
it.
the internet off.
And it doesn't even matter what I say or do. He
Shut
can't
the
get
shit
me
off.
over it.
We done.
But listen. So here's my final thoughts. If you know that you are the type of person that has to have everything your way, that you're hard to deal with, and you know that you have a short fuse and you're selfish and you want all your needs to be put first, you don't need to be in a relationship. And you should just recognize that and don't get in one.
I thought
Just keep it light, have companionship and keep it like that. And let them know this is all I'm capable of doing. Just be honest with
helping
people.
people.
Yeah, just be honest. And then also, too, if you're a type of person who is a relationship person, you have to be careful and guard your heart and make sure you don't fall for that type of person. Because I'm a relationship person. I was born that way. And I don't know why or how I recognized this early in my life. I'm not even going to tell you how young I was when I realized it because you won't believe me. You think I'm just making this up, but I'm serious. And I have always been relationship chick. I'm friend chick and relationship chick. I'm not the chick in the middle. That's just not who I am. So get in touch with yourself, know thyself. And once you know thyself, act accordingly. That's my thoughts. Know thyself.
So once you love yourself, it ain't no better feeling than loving
Got that
yourself.
right.
That
Can't
part.
nobody take that shit from you.
You
Can't
got that
nobody
right.
fuck
I
with
love
you.
me some me.
Like, listen. Now I ain't saying
Love
be
me.
conceited and shit, but let's
That's
just love
that's not
yourself.
No,
conceited.
it's not conceited.
Self.
Yeah, no, that's no.
Mm-mm. I'm not saying it in a conceited way, but I love me some me. I do. I love me now. I wasn't always this way. There was a time that I did not, but I love myself now. hmm And believe me, BJ, I'm a better version of myself now because I love myself.
hmm
hmm
Well, I'm glad we met at this stage in life.
Yes, you are, because I was not always a nice person all the time. I was a trip. I know how I was.
We all have our bad days.
I mean, I was never mean. Everybody always thought I was nice, but I was a trip. I was a trip. Short temper, wouldn't take. I mean, just yeah. No, I would tell you all quick. That's not me anymore.
So you used to cuss all the time.
No, I didn't cuss all the time.
You used to tell them about that self quick, huh?
No.
You walk down the street and they bump into you and they don't say excuse me. You just let them motherfuckers have it, huh?
No, I didn't cuss all the time. I really didn't.
All right, so listen, right? We've went almost double time, and this is Jonathan. We've been
Wait,
doing this for a while, right?
what time are we supposed to end?
8 o'clock.
Oh, it's just supposed to be an hour? Oh.
Unless the conversation is good, then we go ahead and run it. But Jonathan got to go because I mean, that man is never off the clock.
Oh, sorry, Jonathan. I'm
Um,
sorry.
That's the life.
that's why he get paid $100 an hour and shit.
Yeah, right.
But we joke a lot here, but in all reality, like marriage is nothing to play with. Your life is nothing to play with. Your mental health is nothing to play with. Your kids are nothing to play with. You know what I mean? Like we all go through shit. Like yeah, I might pick with Sharon because she's a Steelers fan, but Sharon is cool peoples, and I only know Sharon for like what 6 months this season or
About
towards the end
9
of
months.
last season, something like that. Yeah.
About 9 months.
I knew Jonathan maybe like a year now.
Yeah, it's on good.
Yeah. So I mean, been cool people. Sharice, I know Sharice for like since right before my son was born. Sharice cool. Carlos, I ain't never meet Carlos a day in my life. That's a whole nother story. But
Sir.
in all reality, like you gotta take care of yourself, and there's no rule book on life. It is no rule book on life. We flipping this shit one page at a time.
One page at a time.
You
Yep.
got that right.
Your
You got that right.
parents, your parents went out there and lived their life. They fucked their life up. Listen, it's nothing that they could do. Um, your parents can sit there and tell you everything in the world, and all that shit sound good, all that shit look good, but until you get out there and you feel how hot that fire is, you'll never fucking know.
That's right.
So, before we close out, Carlos, do you have any closing remarks?
I just want to say I appreciate the people that you guys are and your insights. A lot of times, like I know we be laughing and I be very ignorant a lot of the time, but
You are so
I
funny.
definitely appreciate y'all insight and the times that we spend together every Monday. It's an awesome thing.
I love you too, bro. I love you too, and I mean that.
Pro
Yep.
love.
Love all of y'all. I love
Not
all
all
of
that, Brandon. Don't that you put too much on that. Bro. That was too much, bro. Too much
I'm
sauce.
tired of shit.
You got too much dip on your chip, brother.
y'all. I love all of y'all.
No, my plate empty. What you mean?